If you're thinking about having that second glass of wine with dinner, you may want to think again. New studies show that alcohol consumption is actually a risk factor for breast cancer.
Yeah, Dr. Natalie Gentile is here to shed some light on this new information. So tell us about this study and what it found.
Yeah, so we know that alcohol, in particular, most of the things that we drink regularly, right, like different types of liquor and wine and beer, have been classified as a carcinogen, meaning that they are causally related to different types of cancers developing. And now these studies are showing we have these exponential increases in risk with each extra drink that you have.
You know, this is kind of like we hear, I don't want to say conflicting, but, you know, 1 cup of coffee is good for you, and then it's like, oh, well, it may not be helping if you're stressed or have X, Y, and Z. Same thing with wine, for instance. You know, we hear there's benefits because of antioxidants and things like that, but then there are other studies like this will show the opposite.
It's very confusing,
right?
Right, and it's hard to really navigate that. And you know, some studies are showing even as much as 3 drinks a week, right? Can be that's not a lot for most people. They might have that much in a night sometimes.
Right.
But we do know that there really isn't at this point a safe amount of alcohol that we can for sure say is okay to drink when it comes to cancer risk.
Yeah, and when I'm thinking about cancer, I'm thinking about changes in hormones as well. Like, so is alcohol attributed to that as well?
Yeah, in particular, alcohol. When we're talking about breast cancer, we're talking about estrogen levels being affected, and a lot of these breast cancers are hormonally mediated, meaning that hormone fluctuations and changes can be linked to development of that type of cancer.
And how does alcohol affect our body in that way? I mean, I know it's not something that it naturally wants to process, but how is it affecting it in that sort of way?
Yeah, so alcohol can really affect our estrogen levels and how they fluctuate in our bodies. Also, alcohol affects things like our sleep, and we know that a lot of hormonal regulation occurs with proper sleep cycles, in particular cortisol being one of them.
Right.
If you also think about how alcohol affects things like our liver function, our kidney function, cardiovascular risk, I mean, our blood sugar regulation, think of all of this. These things have to do with disease development later on, which can be linked to cancer.
Yeah, and I think so many people are probably thinking right now, like, I've been drinking since I was a young adult, you know, starting at 18. Do those people have increased risk for cancer?
When we do start younger, so we see alcohol intake starting in adolescence even, or a little, you know, later teens, there is that increased risk compiling over time if that alcohol intake continues.
And you mentioned this too about the sugar, the blood sugar, because isn't all alcohol processed as sugar in our body? Like, how does that digest in our bodies?
Yeah, so your body's seeing it like a sugar digestion. And so you can get those spikes, you know, in blood sugar after intake of alcohol. And it's not the same as if we were to say have fruit, right? Or if we were to have something with protein or fat in it. And so the way the body is seeing that is basically as it's not getting any nutrients from the alcohol. You know, it's not like if you were to eat any other kind of food.
Yeah, well, so it's sounding like alcohol is not good for us at this point. So how do you navigate if you're used to having that 1, 2, 3 glasses of wine with dinner every night? How do you make those changes?
It's really hard for people, I think, to quantify how much alcohol they're drinking, right? Because a lot of these guidelines say like 6 ounces, 8-ounce glass. Well, what is that really? I think a first thing is taking just an inventory of how much you tend to drink. How frequently are you drinking? Does it seem to be most nights of the week? Then start to carve out at least one of those nights that you don't have alcohol. Swapping for something like a non-alcoholic beverage is a great place to start. Swapping for things like soda water, you know, or increased hydration and just basic water intake, I think is always a place that you can start, right? If we can do harm reduction, meaning just even a slight reduction from your current baseline, that's going to be an improvement.
Yeah, I do think it's interesting too, because alcohol has existed for hundreds of years, if not more, thousands. And so I think people think that it's safe because it's existed for so long. As a doctor, would you recommend that there is any safe amount to drink?
Evidence-wise, there doesn't appear to be any safe amount. I think the less, the better. And I think also understanding what your relationship with the alcohol is going to be key. And I think, yes, alcohol's been around for a long time, right? But has our relationship with it changed over time? And is it now something that's used for stress reduction only? Is it becoming an addictive pattern? And that's where I think we can really hone in and have insight into how we feel about it.
I'll tell you, Dr. Natalie, I love the Friday porch wine.
Yeah.
But that's like my one time during the week where I like to have a couple glasses of wine.
And that's the thing. I think people think that wine is healthier than having like a shot of vodka or, you know, some gin. But it's
We're doing jello shots with
lemon drops. But it's like, it's none of it.
Yeah.
There are those blue zones where we do see alcohol intake associated with community, associated with social support, movement, right? Like, we really got to look at the whole person.
The whole person.
The whole person
Yes.
and what all of your patterns of lifestyle are, not just your alcohol intake.
Okay. Really good information, though, Dr. Gentile.
Thank you. If you're interested in learning more about Direct Care Physicians of Pittsburgh or Rebel Wellness, we will have more information on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh.